is full of challenges, whether they are personal, professional, social, or any other kind. Those are difficulties we have to overcome and solve, and in this way, they serve as the opportunity to grow, learn, and be more resilient. When I started writing and planning my books, I couldn't even imagine what awaited me on the road of publishing. It was a long path where I faced many difficulties, but I still managed to succeed and get my books published. Here is a story of how I made it as a self-published author. When we have a dream to accomplish, it always comes with challenges. It's never easy to achieve something. It's beautiful to dream and to have goals, but with it we must keep in mind that we have to be brave and strong to solve issues and challenges that could arise. All the challenges and obstacles I faced made me just stronger and more resilient, made me to never give up and go on with my vision. Since I wrote my books in English, for me, it was very difficult to find publishing houses, so I decided to take a route of self-publishing. And I'm very happy and grateful for that opportunity too, because my books are available now to the entire world, to everyone. At the beginning, I didn't know what that process looked like or how it felt. And firstly, I had to learn everything step by step. So I educated myself on the internet from YouTube videos and various blogs, watching and reading on advising how to and what needs to be done. Self-publishing is not an easy way because you have to handle everything by yourself. Writing the book, handling the process of publishing, advertising, promoting, all the work behind the scenes you have to do on your own, because there is no publishing house to support you. So I had to learn everything and become professional in many fields. Publishing a book was harder than writing a book. My first choice was Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing. It's wide, available around the world, and offers an easy and smooth process of publishing. Since I live in a small country in Europe, I faced quite a few challenges in this process of self-publishing. First was getting an ISBN number for my books. ISBN stands for International Standard Book Number, and it is assigned to books for identification. My original plan was to buy my own ISBN numbers for my books, but some things don't go so smoothly. It was extremely difficult to get those. I spent a month trying to get it for my books, and I managed to obtain one ISBN for my first book, Rose from the Moon. Since I realized that the process is slow and very expensive, I decided to take the free ISBN that Amazon offers. This was an easier and less chaotic way for me personally to publish the rest of my books. Other challenges that I had to deal with were learning how to set up the interior of books for printing. Here, the main problem was illustrations. It took me some time until I managed to set up illustrations correctly on the paper to fit the correct sizes. After finishing step by step, I was closer to my goal, and therefore I was happier and happier. But more, it was a sign for me that I am on the right path, that I am doing my best, and that there is a hope that my books would create something meaningful and inspiring, something beautiful. Writing a book is not an easy process. Maybe it looks like that, but it is very complex work and demands strong discipline and will. I never had the intention to be a writer. This came spontaneously. I guess that was destiny. I used to write since very young age, and one day I realized I had so much written material that I couldn't publish a book. And that is how the idea was born. I decided firmly to publish all my poems, and with that decision, my writer era began. I collected all my poems and decided to put them all in one book. I thought there was going to be only one book, but the moment I started working on organizing my poems, I realized actually that those poems could create more books. And I got a trilogy series, a collection of poems. The more I was working on the books, the more ideas came. Everything was unfolding itself easily, and I followed the entire process intuitively. I started writing more poems, and after every poem was finished, instantly I knew to which book it belonged. The writing came from within, the feeling, the intuition. Everything was there within me. My task was just to discover it and accept it. So I embraced my creativity and let it flow through me. When I completed my first book, Rose from the Moon, I suddenly got the idea that there should be a visual part to it, illustrations. And then I started creating illustrations that accompany poems and the love story that was written there. I wanted those illustrations to be in full color to give it a more aesthetic look. It took me a lot of time to create illustrations, and some of them demanded more time than the others. Some of them were a bit more complex and difficult. I dedicated many hours, days, and years to completing this trilogy series. I put a lot of effort, energy, my time, my willingness, my emotions, my thoughts. Rose from the Moon was the first book completed, and I was very happy about it. That feeling when I got the final product and creation of my creativity, my thoughts and feelings made me beyond proud. Indeed, I was proud of myself for believing in myself, and having the courage to put it out into the world. After the first book was completed, I worked on the second and then the third, and all the books were finished, perfectly illustrated and designed, just the way I wanted, exactly how I saw them in my visions. I spent many nights sitting until dawn and working on designing my dreams. I never regretted this path I decided to walk, because writing is a part of me and I want to leave something from me, a piece of my emotions and thoughts for generations. I never doubted my decision to publish my books, because I believe it was fated. It came to me, and therefore there is a reason behind it. There is a meaningful point to it. Somehow, deep within me, I know this is the right way. This is it. To self-publish a book is not an easy process. It takes a lot of time, energy, planning, and strategies, but above all, patience and courage. For new writers, it is extremely difficult to break into the traditional publishing industry. Therefore, the self-publishing opportunity seems to be the best alternative. I had to quickly organize myself. The more I learned, the more I realized it was not that easy, and I needed to have patience and be willing to give my best. I couldn't give up on my dreams. I couldn't just let it go so easily. I had to try and try and try until it was finally true. Because here we are not talking about giving up. Here we are talking about dreams and making them reality. Whatever I wanted in my life, nothing came easy. So in this case, I was very well prepared. I already learned how to overcome obstacles and how to find a way, because there is always a way, and if you can't see the way, then you have to create one. My difficult life taught me many lessons, so I was never afraid of challenges. Instead, those always push me further and make me stronger to try even harder. The key to how I made it is that I didn't give up. I know this sounds like a cliché, but in reality it is really so. It is about the power of persistence and resilience. Don't be discouraged and don't stop looking for ways and opportunities. Don't compare yourself to others. Your path is not theirs, and theirs is not yours. We all have our own timeline, and that is all about. Because if we compare, it will seem to us that others had it easier, that they got instant success, but reality is completely different. Although I had many obstacles on my way, I still managed to get my books published. I had limited opportunities, and it didn't go the way I wanted, But at the end of the day, my books are published and available to the entire world, and that's what matters most. This journey of self-publishing did cost me time. I wanted to publish books faster, but resolving all the issues and finding solutions made it slower. I did put a lot of effort and energy into the entire process, and now, when I look back, I am satisfied and proud of how far I have come. And what I did all on my own, all by myself, that is for me the greatest achievement. One thing that I like about myself is that when I face obstacles and challenges, I get inspired by stories of others who dealt with challenges and succeeded at the end. We can fail, but we should not give up, and every challenge I see as one step closer and one step higher. The journey might be long, but the destination is worth the struggle, and along the journey, I learned a lot and grew professionally. It helped me to look at things from different angles. The way to succeed is, I believe, to never give up and try our best. Some days are going to be hard, but passion, desire, and courage within us must be stronger than fear, disappointment, and failure. Hard days shaped my character, taught me to understand my own capabilities, and taught me to become resilient and wise. Every step that we take, no matter how small it is one step closer to bringing us to achievements and goals.